Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Germany's aging bunker system is in an urgent need of an overhaul, according to the head of the country's Federal Civil Protection Agency, who warned that only 5% of the population could currently find shelter in the event of a major attack. In an interview with the president of the Federal Agency for Civil Protection and Disaster Relief, said the threat of a large-scale war in Europe, potentially from Russia, has prompted a shift in national defense priorities. Germany has 580 mostly outdated bunkers, down from nearly 2,000 during the Cold War. But officials are now looking to upgrade tunnels, metro stations, and public buildings to quickly add 1 million shelter spaces. Officials estimate at least 10 billion euros will be needed over the next 4 years to modernize the system, with another 30 billion required by 2040. Tensions flared in downtown Los Angeles on Sunday as tear gas was fired at protesters near the Metropolitan Detention Center, where hundreds had gathered to oppose immigration sweeps and the sudden deployment of National Guard troops ordered by President Donald Trump. The confrontation erupted when demonstrators moved close to troops and shouted insults, prompting law enforcement, unclear from which agency, to launch smoke-filled canisters into the crowd. Video footage showed chaotic scenes with protesters retreating, one person bleeding from the head and others chanting "Go home" and "Shame." The deployment, which brought 300 National Guard troops into the city without a request from California Governor Gavin Newsom, marked a rare move not seen since the civil rights era. Newsom slammed the action as an overreach meant to create a show of force, following days of protests and over 100 immigration-related arrests in the area. A salmonella outbreak tied to a major egg recall has made at least 79 people ill across 7 states, prompting a warning from federal health officials. The CDC says 21 people have been hospitalized after consuming contaminated eggs distributed by the August Egg Company, which has now recalled about 1.7 million brown organic and cage-free eggs sold between February and May. Consumers are urged to check FDA and CDC websites for brand names and codes, dispose of any recalled eggs, and thoroughly disinfect surfaces. A new study reveals a surprising trend. Marijuana use is on the rise amongst adults 65 years and older, jumping from 4.8% in 2021 to 7%, with the biggest increase seen among married women with higher income and education levels. Researchers from UC San Diego and NYU also found growing usage among seniors with chronic health issues like diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. With over 70% of Americans now living in states where cannabis is legal, entrepreneur Howard Kessler is stepping in with the Commonwealth Project, a Massachusetts-based initiative that seeks to integrate medical cannabis into senior health care and expand access through programs like Medicare Advantage. Ford is recalling nearly 500,000 Explorer SUVs from model years 2016 and 2017 due to a door trim panel that could detach while driving, creating a potential road hazard. The recall, announced by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, affects over 492,000 vehicles built between June 2015 and April 2017. Although Ford first identified the issue back in 2019, it wasn't deemed a serious safety concern until this year, when the NHTSA provided dozens of owner complaints prompting further investigation. The defect stems from poor adhesion, though no related accidents or injuries have been reported. Owners will begin receiving notices starting June 9th, and once a repair plan is finalized, they'll be instructed to visit a Ford or Lincoln dealership for a free fix. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. All 5 members of Braintree's zoning board have resigned following tensions over a proposed apartment complex known as the Dalton Project on Washington Street. Former longtime chair Stephen Carl says the board felt pressure by the mayor's office to approve the 59-unit development, despite concerns about its size, density, and location. While Mayor Erin Joyce denies pressuring the board, she acknowledged promoting the broader benefits of development to ease tax burdens. The controversial project, initially withdrawn and later resubmitted, prompted a mass resignation on the zoning board with nearly 90 years of collective experience. Carl, who served since 1974, said supporting the project didn't sit right with any member. Mayor Joyce says she was shocked by the resignations and only discussed refreshing town boards to allow for more community participation. Braintree High School marked a major milestone over the weekend, celebrating the graduation of the class of 2025. The ceremony, held on Saturday, June 7th, brought together families, friends, and faculty to honor the achievements of the school's newest graduates. The event featured heartfelt student speeches and the traditional conferring of diplomas. For those unable to attend in person, the ceremony was broadcast live on BCAM TV's public channels, Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28, and on youtube.com/BCAMTV. Braintree is getting ready to celebrate inclusivity and community spirit at the 12th Annual Community Inclusion Awards, hosted by Mayor Erin Joyce and the Braintree CPAC. The event takes place on Thursday, June 12th at Cahill Auditorium inside Braintree Town Hall, with a reception at 6:30 p.m. followed by the awards ceremony at 7 p.m. The evening will honor individuals, educators, and organizers who have gone above and beyond to support and include people of all abilities in Braintree schools and broader community. Braintree is bringing the music back to Sunset Lake this summer with its annual summer concert series hosted by the Braintree Recreation Department. Kicking off on June 24th with Curra's Fancy, the lineup features crowd favorites including The Reminiscence on July 1st, Wolfpack on July 8th, Gainesville Road on July 15th, the Wiley Brothers on July 22nd, That 60s Band on July 29th, Gina Mark on July 31st, and wraps up with Magic Moments on August 5th. For more details on summer programs, visit the Braintree Recreation Department's website or call 781-794-8900. The Braintree Senior Center is offering a full slate of weekly programs and special events for residents 60 years and older. Weekly offerings include daily fitness classes, men's coffee hour on Mondays, game day on Tuesdays, the Asian Outreach Group on Wednesdays, and movie day on Fridays. Special one-day events include a Father's Day cookout on June 13th at 12:30 p.m., a day trip to Foster's Restaurant in Maine on June 17th, and bingo on June 18th at 1 p.m. All programs take place at the Braintree Senior Center, and you can call them to sign up at 781-848-1963. The Norfolk County Recovery Fest is coming to Braintree on Saturday, June 14th, offering a free day of music, hope, and community connection. Held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Braintree Public Safety Complex on Washington Street, the event will feature live performances from local bands, family-friendly activities including a zip line, free food, and a competitive cornhole tournament hosted by Massachusetts Young People in Recovery. Organized to support those impacted by addiction and to celebrate recovery, the fest will also feature dozens of vendors from the recovery community offering resources and support. All are welcome to attend this uplifting and informative event. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Breaking news from Thayer Public Library. Our summer reading program is about to transform your summer into the ultimate gaming adventure.
That's right. From June 16th through August 14th, readers of all ages can level up at your library. Summer reading is fun for all ages, from the littlest ones in the family listening to stories and older children reading on their own.
Yes, to teens, adults, and seniors. You can read, you can listen, you can download, it all counts.
Here with us now is our gaming pro to tell you what you may find at the scene of the library's upcoming games extravaganza.
That's right. You can play this game and more at the Epic Games Extravaganza on Thursday, June 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The entire library will transform into a gaming paradise.
There will be jigsaw puzzles, bingo, giant games like Jenga, video games, and so much more. You can drop in for an hour or stay all day.
There'll be plenty of snacks and drinks on hand to keep your energy levels up while you're having fun at the library.
As our resident gaming expert, I can confirm this summer is going to be epic. But let's break down what level up at your library really means. So, reading over the summer is like gaining XP, experience points. The more you read, the higher your level. Log your reading, write reviews, and visit the library to keep up on your leveling.
Right, and remember, reading isn't the only way to level up this summer. We have weekly events, challenges, and prizes for participants of all ages.
Looking forward to outdoor story times at the parks, a puppet show, an event with one-up games, and more. And remember, every Friday from 10 to noon is drop-in family board games and playtime with the library's wonderful teen volunteers on hand to help out.
In this exclusive report, we've learned that readers who join our summer program have shown increased skills in concentration, imagination, and fun having. Teens can level up at your library too, with many activities and events planned to keep them involved over the summer.
The Games Extravaganza kickoff event on June 26th is just the beginning. The entire summer will feature game-themed activities, reading challenges, and adventures for everyone.
Registration begins June 16th. Visit Thayer Public Library in person or check out our website for more details.
Level up at your library.
Yeah!
Thayer Public Library Summer Reading Program, June 16th through August 14th. We can't wait to game with you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Red Line riders can expect more delays this month as the MBTA continues scheduled signal upgrade work along the Braintree branch. Shuttle buses replaced train service between Braintree and JFK UMass this past weekend, and that same change will return the weekend of June 14th and 15th. Free and accessible shuttle buses will serve all stops along the affected route, and riders are advised to allow extra travel time. As an alternative, passengers can use the Fall River, New Bedford, Kingston, and Greenbush commuter rail lines for fare-free service to and from Braintree, Quincy Center, JFK UMass, and South Station. The MBTA says the upgrades will improve signal reliability and overall red line performance. Massachusetts health officials are warning of a growing cluster of suspected botulism cases linked to Botox injections performed at Rodrigo Beauty, a spa located at 464 Granite Avenue in Milton. The Department of Public Health says 10 cases are now under investigation, all involving procedures done between May 1st and June 4th. While details remain limited, officials are urging anyone who received Botox at that location to contact the department immediately, even if they're not showing symptoms. Botulism is a rare but serious illness that can cause paralysis or death. Symptoms include double vision, drooping eyelids, slurred speech, and difficulty swallowing or breathing. Health providers are being asked to stay alert for signs of the illness, and patients experiencing symptoms are urged to go to the emergency room. Botox is generally safe when administered by trained professionals, but risks increase with improper dosing, non-FDA approved products, or poor technique. Looking for some summer fun? Randolph is hosting 2 exciting community events and everyone is invited. First up, Randolph Day is happening on Saturday, June 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Zapusas Arena parking lot on North Street. The afternoon will be packed with family-friendly activities including touch-a-truck, community tables, safety demos, a foam party, food trucks, and more. No registration is required. Then on Thursday, July 3rd, don't miss the night before the 4th, parade and fireworks. The parade kicks off on North Main Street and the fireworks show follows right after. For more information, visit randolph-ma.gov. A piece of South Shore military history is being brought back to life as the Shea Naval Aviation Museum prepares to reopen on Flag Day, June 14th in Weymouth. Housed in a distinctive white concrete building with a wing-like roof line, the museum honors the legacy of Naval Air Stations South Weymouth and Squantum. Volunteers, many of them veterans or relatives of those who served, have been working tirelessly to restore the space after it closed in 2017. The museum, rich with artifacts and stories from the Cold War and World War II eras, aims to preserve a patriotic chapter of aviation history that once played a key role in monitoring Russian submarines off of the New England coast. The Registry of Motor Vehicles is rolling out a commemorative license plate to celebrate 250 years of American independence. The specialty plate, part of the state's Massachusetts 250 festivities, features a patriotic blue background, the year 1776 encircled by 13 stars, and the phrase 250 years of independence, along the bottom in red and white. Governor Maura Healey praised the design, saying it's a great way for residents to show pride in the Commonwealth's revolutionary roots and continued commitment to freedom and liberty. The limited edition plate is available for a 2-year period and can be ordered now at mass.gov/myrmv for a total of $100, which includes a $60 registration fee and a $40 specialty plate charge. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Curran with the latest on Braintree High sports.
Braintree baseball is coming off a long week of playoffs. They beat 25th seed Springfield in the round of 32, 4-3. 24th seed Leominster in the round of 16, 4-1, and 17th seed Natick in the round of 8, 2-0. Let's see highlights from all of those games. In the game against Springfield, the pitching was great on both sides, but Braintree was able to strike first with a 1-run hit in the first inning off a short hit that was able to get the man from third home. Springfield tied the game 1-1, but Braintree hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 4th to take back the lead. Springfield answered back quickly with 2 runs of their own in the top of the 5th to retie the game. With a man on second, Braintree hit a double to walk the game off in extra innings.
As the pitch. This one driven to left field. Hit well. Back it goes. It's going to be over his head. Here comes the winning run. And Grieve with the thriller. They win here in the bottom of the 8th.
Braintree's pitching was lights out against Leominster. They only allowed 2 hits, both by the same player. The score was tied 1-1 for most of the game until Braintree took a go-ahead steal of home and added another with a sac fly in the 5th. Braintree was able to add one more to put the game farther out of reach.
He's going to be cut off and the run scores. And Braintree doing everything right here in this 5th inning.
Like the other 2 games, the game against Natick had a lot of good defense.
Joyce goes to the plate this time on the ground, right towards the middle of the infield. Joyce over to second for 1, back to first, a double play.
Braintree scored their first run in the bottom of the 3rd off an RBI double.
Sharply, back it goes, and it's over his head. As the runner rounds 3rd, here comes King. He will score, and Braintree strikes first here at home.
They were able to add an insurance run in the bottom of the 4th, which put the game just that much farther out of reach.
That's going to drop down, a base hit. Here comes the base runner, and he scores as Braintree manufactures another one.
Braintree goes on to face the winner of 4th-seeded King Philip or 12th-seeded Franklin. But sadly, the volleyball team lost in the round of 16 to Acton Boxborough 3-1. Now let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. Now here's some movies to watch. First, Mountainhead follows a group of Silicon Valley tech moguls who retreat to the mountain and hide out in a luxury house while the world around them crumbles. The film stars Steve Carell and Corey Michael Smith. You can watch Mountainhead now on Max. Up next, A Widow's Game is a thriller based on real events that takes place after a man is found dead. The investigation shatters his widow's perfect facade and exposes a hidden double life. The film stars Ivana Baquero and Carmen Machi. You can watch A Widow's Game now on Netflix. And finally, Fountain of Youth follows two estranged siblings who partner on a global heist to find the mythological Fountain of Youth. They must use their knowledge of history to follow clues on an adventure that will change their lives and possibly lead to immortality. The film stars Isa Gonzalez and John Krasinski. You can watch Fountain of Youth now on Amazon Prime Video. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.